Today I want to show you the 12 things that I no longer own in my kitchen, but have replaced with more frugal finds. Now this is inspired from one of my idols here on YouTube. Her name is Sarah and her channel name is Abundantly Minimal, and she has made a really huge impact on my life. She's asked a lot of hard-hitting kind of questions that really challenge you and really make you think, do I really need this? Now these 12 things I was able to easily replace with either things that I already had or just to do away with in my everyday cooking regimen. The first thing that I got rid of is our teapot. We use the teapot every day to boil water in for tea, for coffee, for cooking, but I thought it's just such a waste of energy to keep boiling the water. So I've gotten rid of that and I now just use an everyday pot to boil my water. And I do have a carafe that actually I wasn't really using this. This was just sitting in my cabinet, just taking up space, but I didn't realize that I could just use this to keep my water warm for longer. So the combination of these two things that I already have on hand allow me to get rid of that teapot. Now another thing that we've gotten rid of is duplicates of utensils. You know, when you buy a set of spatulas, you get like 10 of them. Well, I've gotten into the habit of buying the one per from dollar stores, and I found them to be of really good quality. In fact, one of my favorites is this spatula here. This came from a store called Daiso, which is a Japanese dollar store, and everything from there costs $1.50. So this just goes to show you that you don't have to spend a lot just to have really good, high quality kitchen tools. Another thing we're no longer using is any sort of specialty cleaners. Now I make my own cleaners. I just use a repurposed apple cider vinegar glass bottle from Costco, and I fill it with my own mixture of rubbing alcohol, a little bit of essential oils for smells, and then just the rest with water, and it works really well on my granite countertops. I've never had a problem with it, and it's really great and inexpensive as well. Another replacement I've made is, well, we don't have a popcorn maker anymore, and I replaced that with just that same pot that I used to boil the water in. This is a really high quality stainless steel pot. It was pretty inexpensive. It's a big set that I got from Amazon. I can put the link down below. Very reasonably priced and very high quality for what you're getting. So I use this to make my popcorn in. I just put some coconut oil in here and put it on a medium-high heat, my kernels inside, and the popcorn that comes out of it is so delicious. It is so much better than what you can get out of the microwave or even out of an air popper. It's delicious. I highly recommend. Another thing we don't own is specialty glasses. We still have some from previous sets, but as they've broken, we haven't replaced them with any new purchased glasses. We just repurpose any sort of food glassware that comes with food. This, for example, is a really beautiful glass that was full of pomegranate juice, and it had a little lid, but I thought, wow, this thing is so beautiful, and we can just use it as a drinking glass. We've used it for guests, and they don't mind at all. They often comment, wow, this is a really cool glass. Where did you get it? And it's just a fun little conversation piece. And you know, any sort of pasta jars or anything like that can also be used. They're free. They came with your food. It's good for the planet and it's good for your wallet. We don't buy trash can liners. We use any sort of bag that we can find that fits the liners. And I found that these bags that you normally get when you buy things online, you know, like Amazon will often ship these kind of bags to you. I found that these make really great trash can liners. They're really thick, and they're really sturdy, if you flip them inside out, they've got this kind of gray color, and it just looks high-end actually. I've used these liners for years, and any time that I empty out the trash can, I don't change out the liner. I just move whatever trash is inside into one of the bigger trash bags that we use. And now along the same lines, we no longer buy those huge 20-gallon trash can bags. Instead, we use much thinner, less wasteful waste basket liners. And now these are specifically designed for small waste baskets that you have in the office. But we found that using these in our kitchen has reduced our waste by quite a bit. And we usually go through maximum of 2 of those bags per week. And the way we do that is we separate any of the wet waste from any of the dry waste. So for example, wrappers and any sort of foods that will dry quickly, those will go into our kitchen trash can directly. But anything that's more along the lines of like food waste or it's something that's compostable, we'll put into just whatever food bags that we have on hand. These can be bread bags or bags from convenience foods, and we'll use those bags to contain any of the waste. And then we'll just put it in the freezer so that when it comes trash day, we can pull it out and throw it away. And usually we'll have 1 or 2 of those small, really small bags to dispose of in this way. And that saved us a lot of money. Honestly, we haven't bought those 20-gallon trash bags, those traditional like hefty trash bags, in over 10 years. And we have been doing this for a really long time, and it's worked really well. Any sort of smells or anything like that from the trash is pretty much non-existent when you separate your trash out like this. And you know, it's better for the environment too, because you're generating much less waste. One thing we're getting rid of right now is this ice cream maker. Now, I bought this because I thought it was going to be a fun thing for my son and I to do together in the kitchen. Unfortunately, that happened twice, and it was a $40 investment that I made, but didn't really end up using. And it's a lesson learned for me for sure, because we do end up using our Vitamix quite more often than this item here. We love smoothies, and we can make banana ice cream in there. That to me is a much better investment for our money. And this was just kind of one of those novelty items, and you know, you just kind of live and learn. But I hope somebody else can find this at the thrift store and make really good use out of it. So not all is wasted. We've also let go of our automatic can opener. Now this is something that my husband had from his college days. I don't know why, but he had this electric can opener and he really had a hard time letting go of it. I think it just brought back a lot of memories for him, but we were finally able to let that go, and now we only have one little manual can opener, and that works really well for all of our needs. Another thing we no longer own is the pasta scooper. You know, the scooper that has the little claw kind of shape there. We don't own that anymore. We've decluttered that. And in its place, we use tongs that we already have. And these are tongs that have a similar kind of grabby kind of shape, so it really works well for that. Or we also use chopsticks. Now, I did own serving trays at some point, but I found that I never, ever used them. Anytime we have guests over, I'd already just lay everything out on the table, and I wouldn't have to use a serving tray for any reason at all. So I decluttered those. Those are pretty much one of the first things to go from my kitchen. Instead of using a large coffee maker, I use one of those small little espresso makers. And this has worked really well for me. I'm the only real coffee drinker in the family, so I really do just need a small amount. And this one is perfect for me because I can get 2 servings out of it, even though it says it's an 8-cup maker. I can get 2 servings out of it, and that will get me going through the day. And if I do have guests over that really love coffee, it's really no problem at all. It's really fast to brew the coffee, and the end result is really high-end and delicious. Well, I hope you enjoyed watching. I really enjoyed sharing with you the 12 things that we no longer own. I hope this inspires you to look around your kitchen to see what you can reuse or to declutter to simplify your life. And please do visit Sarah at Abundantly Minimal here on YouTube. Her channel is amazing, and I'm sure you'll love the content as much as I do. I'd really appreciate it if you could like and subscribe to my channel. I post a lot about frugality and minimalism. Subscribing is absolutely free for you to do, and if you hit that little notification bell next to the subscribe button, you'll be first to know whenever I post a new video. I post a lot of videos about frugality and minimalism and just kind of lifestyle content, usually about the things that have worked for myself and for my family, and I think will really work for yours as well. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.